Okay guys, it's Tuesday, January 28th, and you should have taken a quiz today. Hope you did okay on it. I'll grade it when I get back. So you do have a lesson to do today. It's a short one though. If you look, you don't have that many notes. So we'll get started on this and then you can do your homework. So what we're going to do today is figure out how we write polynomials using the zeros. So we're going backwards. We're taking the zeros, we're writing them as factors, and then we're multiplying them out. Okay, so here we go. Start with directions that say write an equation that could represent the function with the given zeros. Okay, so let's see what that means. We will start with pretending those are our factors. So we would make that x minus 1. It's always x minus c, right? So x minus 2 and x minus 5. So no big deal. We got to multiply those together. So we're going to FOIL these first two, and then we'll use the box method to get that third one in there. So let's see. This becomes x squared minus 2x minus x plus 2, which is x squared minus 3x plus 2, and then we'll do the box method to get the third term. So this would be x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2x, negative 5x squared plus 15x minus 10. So hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. You get x cubed. These two I can combine. Minus 8x squared, and these two, plus 17x minus 10. Let's see, x cubed minus 8x squared plus 17x minus 10. That's right. Now it wants an equation, so you have to go f of x equals x cubed minus 8x squared plus 17x minus 10. Okay, so that's how you do it. I'm not going to multiply these out, but let's just see what the factors would be. It would be x plus 7, right? Because this is a minus. X plus 1 and x minus 3. Whoops. So I'll tell you the answer if you want to try that. That comes out to be f of x is equal to x cubed plus 5x squared minus 17x minus 21. Okay? So I'm going to do this one though, so you have another one done. Okay, because this has this, I'm going to show you a trick for that. This would be x plus 2, this would be x plus 4/3, and this would be x minus 2. Now if you don't want to use fractions, this is very important, you can change this to 3x plus 4. Okay, because look, if you put that equal to 0 or this equal to 0, you get negative 4/3, right? What do you get here? Negative 4/3. So this is a trick. Okay, change it to, put the 3 up there in front of the x and you'll be good. So change it to 3x plus 4, x plus 2, and x minus 2. So let's do the x plus 2 and the x minus 2 together. Isn't that just x squared minus 4 because it's a difference of squares? It's x plus 2, x minus 2. So cool, I don't have to do a box method because I just have two binomials. So now, I'm going to go slow. This would be 3x cubed plus 4x squared, that's the outer two, I'm foiling, minus 12x minus 16. 3x cubed plus 4x squared minus 12x minus 16. So put f of x equals, and you've got it. Okay? Now I'm going to do this one because it has an irrational number. So it's just, you just write x minus the square root of 2, x plus the square root of 2, and x minus 1. Now you know we haven't been doing polynomials that if you look at it before you factor it or anything, it doesn't, or before you solve it, it doesn't have square root of 2's in it, and that's because these go away. It becomes a whole number. So watch what happens when you FOIL this. This is a difference of squares. So isn't this just x minus the square root of 2 squared. So wouldn't that just be, so x squared. So wouldn't that just be x squared minus 2? That's what that becomes. X squared minus 2. Good. And then we have times x minus 1. So we have, FOIL this, we have x cubed minus x squared minus 2x plus 1. X cubed minus x squared minus 2x plus 2. This should be a 2. Messed up. Okay, so f of x equals. So really, when you have the plus or minus, it's kind of nice. They end up being the difference of squares, and you get rid of the radical automatically. Let's go on. Let's see. I want to do number 6. Because that one's like, number 5's like the one we just did. I want to do number 6, so I'm going to draw a line and do the whole thing. Let's do the factors. It would be x plus 6. And now, this is 2. This is really 2 plus the square root of 5 I have to do. And then I have to do 2 minus the square root of 5, right? They come in pairs. So, I would have to say x minus 2 plus the square root of 5 and x minus 2 minus the square root of 5. And I'm going to get rid of those parentheses in a minute. But see, you have x minus, and there was the first one, 2 plus the square root of 5. And then x minus, it's always x minus. And then the second one was 2 minus the square root of 5. So let's get these... simplified without parentheses. So you have x plus 6, and then you have x minus 2 minus the square root of 5, right? If I remove the parentheses, I have to distribute that negative. And then I have x minus 2, oops, no parenthesis, Mary. Sorry. Minus 2 plus the square root of 5. All right. So I am going to do these guys first. And I'm going to do the box method. X minus 2 minus the square root of 5. And then I have an x minus 2 plus the square root of 5. Okay, so when I do that out, I get x squared minus 2x minus the square root of 5 times x. And then this would be negative 2x. This would be plus 4. This would be plus 2 square root of 5. And this would be say that's square root of 5, right? Square root of 5x times x minus 2 square root of 5 plus, nope, that would be minus, because I have a square root of 5 times the square root of 5, but it's minus. So minus 5. Okay. So I have x squared, and I have minus 4x, and I have a minus 5x, square root of 5x, but I have a plus square root of 5x, so those go away. And I have a minus 2 square root of 5 and a plus 2 square root of 5, so those go away. So I'm just left with plus 4 minus 5, which I can simplify to minus 1. So it becomes x squared minus 4x minus 1. There you go. X squared minus 4x minus 1. Did I do something wrong? Let's see. I'm trying to see what one I'm on here. Did something wrong. Oh, dumb. I'm sorry. Took me a second. I forgot to do it times x plus 6. So, shoot. We're not done yet. We have to go another box. X squared minus 4x minus 1. Sorry. Times x plus 6. Okay. Now we're good. X cubed minus 4x squared minus x. And this would be 6x squared minus 24x minus 6. So, x cubed, and I have a 6x squared minus a 4x squared, so that would be plus 2x squared. 24x minus x is minus 25x minus 6. Phew! Okay, that's the right answer. Sorry, don't forget when you have the third term. Okay, gonna stop the video here and go to the next video.